Hi everybody, this is David from Amazonia PPC, and today we'll be having a short tutorial on how to use Frankenstein tool. Frankenstein tool is a really valuable and useful tool. You can easily create backend search terms without hassle of using a couple of tools like I did before. I had in the past I had to use like 3 or 4 tools which were for removing duplicates, making everything lowercase, removing commas, dots, and so on. But with Frankenstein, the story is a bit different. With Frankenstein, you're able to do everything in it. And in this particular tutorial, I'll be showing you how to create backend search terms that you're getting from Cerebro and create a good list of them, and you can use them in your Amazon listing. In this example, we'll be doing the G-Shock watch, and you can see it right here. It's a nice watch, and we're gonna get some keywords for it and see if we can make something good for the backend. The main point of having backend search terms is putting them in your listing so you can actually rank for more keywords. Backend search terms shouldn't be the same as those visible in the listing. But if you can't really find that many keywords that are not in the listing, you can also use some from the listing, like from the title, and just use the most important ones which you want to rank the best for. So I already downloaded a list of keywords that are here for the G-Shock watch, and I've downloaded them over Cerebro, which is another Helium10 tool. It's a really great tool too. And here's the list. So I've set a descending order of the search volume, as we want those high volume keywords first, and see if we can find some good ones. I already see some words here that are good that we could use, but a lot of them are already used in the same listing. So there's Casio-Men, G-Shock, and so on. We're gonna try to pick something that it's not there visible in the listing so we can use it for the backend. And I usually do this by selecting the first one and just scrolling down, and when I see something good, I color it red. Or any color is fine, it's up to you. When I do find keywords that I like, I just easily filter it by color, and it just leaves the good ones there that I already selected. So I'm gonna fast forward this a bit, this part, but I'm gonna make the speed normal if there's something important I have to tell you, if I remember. See, these ones, especially the military watch, the G-Shock is all tactical and military. It's very durable, and this is definitely a good keyword for it. There's also digital, which we can use because it is digital. We're selecting black watch here because the Casio we're doing is black, so that's another good thing. There are a couple of variations of men's digital watch, men, digital men watch. You should select all of them and let Frankenstein do the thinking afterwards. Yeah, I was just checking if it's solar powered. Can the battery be refilled with the solar power? But I couldn't find any info about it, so I'm gonna leave this sword out. I'm gonna pick it. And as you can see, we're coming down to 1,000 of monthly searches, and we should really have some at least 10 or 15 keywords so far in here. We're gonna get a couple of more just to see if, just in case we don't get enough or there are a lot of duplicates. Okay, that should be it for now. If we do need some more, I'm gonna come back here and grab them. You can easily filter it in Excel with a color. There we go, there's a selection. We can just copy this and put it inside Frankenstein. There are a lot of options here. You can select to remove duplicates, maintain phrases, protect numbers, convert to lowercase, which is really good. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna select it because we want all the backend search terms in lowercase. It looks better. It doesn't make a difference, but it looks better when you recheck them afterwards or for similar reasons. We do want to remove common words. Yeah, it removes words like for and so on. We do want to remove single words. Actually, no, never mind. We want to remove single letters. Sorry about that. And this way, we're actually removing all the duplicate keywords in here, because in the backend search terms, you don't have to have duplicate keywords. Amazon's algorithm automatically picks variations of your keywords in different phrases, and it tries every possible combination there, and you don't have to really use the same words over and over again. That's why it's important to remove duplicates, and that's why the Frankenstein is a really viable tool in this area. So that's about this part. We have some setting here is how do we want the words. For the backend search terms, you only add spaces. You want everything in a single line and everything the same. You can also do add commas if you're doing the search terms for something else, or you can add commas and spaces or one word per line, which is also a good thing you can do. But we're gonna stick with spaces only for the backend search terms. From what I can see now, we have a total of 120 characters and 18 words, which is not enough for the backend search terms. We can get up to 250 characters, and we're gonna use the most of them. We're aiming for 250, but 245 or between 250 and 240 will work. So I'm gonna get some more keywords there, and if we don't have enough keywords, we're gonna have to put some words like G-Shock and some other characteristics from it that are there in the listing. So let's go back to getting more keywords, and then we're gonna do the last part of this. Okay, that should be it. At least I think so right now. There are a lot of keywords that are repeating over and over, and it's really a bit hard to find something that wasn't used, but we're gonna try and see if there's a difference. Yep, we're doing a bit better. We got 177. And this is the part where you might want to ask some help with the listing, because we've pretty much went through most of the keywords that were there in the Excel file, and you used most of them, even variations like a wrongly spelled one, but you don't want to leave the space empty. You want to fill it up. And that's what we're gonna do from the listing. We're gonna copy this. And we're gonna also copy this. And we're gonna see which one, what can we delete here. Oh, this is actually a pretty good choice here. And we're gonna process this, see what's new, and there we go. We have 392 keywords, and we're obviously gonna need to delete some, and we're gonna do that in the left column. And we don't need this; it's not that important. But full auto calendar is really important. 5 independent alarms, one time or daily. We're gonna delete that in the bracket too. We're gonna delete this too. We're gonna delete this too. And we're gonna see how it goes now. It's 323. Okay. We're gonna leave it to be made in USA. 200 meter, water resistant. We're gonna leave this and see how it works out. 285. Again, we need to delete some, and this is gonna be this an extra large, because there's already size in the size isn't that important, and it's there in the listing, so we don't really have to rank for it. It's not that important. Let's see, what do we have here? Navy SEAL watch, Casio watch, men's watch, tactical watches, watch black. Let's also remove this. Okay, there we go. 247. So this is good. This should be it for the listing. Now, about the last section here, we can replace words with another word, and I'm gonna show you right here how it's we can replace Casio with two O's, and in the first here you're gonna see how it changes. It's a useful thing if you're if you have a new product on Amazon and you're not ranking for keywords yet, but there's a competitor who has a similar product like yours, or maybe the same but just a different brand. You could easily copy keywords from the competitor's listing and just replace the competitor's name with your brand name. So that's a really useful thing to use here. You can also remove special characters. Right here we have a protected character, and that's a dash and an apostrophe, and we have a dash here for G-Shock and for the model. And you can put pretty much anything in the protected characters box, like anything you don't want to be removed and that you want to rank for. There's also an option to remove words starting with a prefix and phrases containing a particular keyword. Also, you can add a phrase to the start or the end of the keywords. So if you're if you picked up some keywords and they look fine, you can just put you can add at the end of every word a particular word here. So this is gonna be easier to understand if I put it to one word per line, and it just adds test after everything, after every keyword here on the list. But we're gonna go back to only spaces, and this is pretty much what the backend search term should be about. And this is the Frankenstein tool. It's a really easy to use tool. You can easily copy with a click. You don't have to select everything. You can save it. You can click Scribbles, and it takes you to Scribbles, where you can use the words that you made here and set them to bullet points or search terms, and do pretty much everything you want about your listing. You can create everything here. And as I was saying, really good tool, really easy to use, and it saves a ton of time. Like I was saying before, I use a couple of tools on different websites, but Helium10 has really thought about this good tool, and it really saves time. Since I started using Frankenstein for the backend search terms, the listings have started getting better traction, better organic searches, and sales too. So this is definitely a good thing, and you should never ever leave the backend search terms box empty in your listing, because that there is an opportunity to get more sales and get more people interested in seeing and getting better ranking overall on your Amazon listing and your product. You don't want to leave that all empty or done badly. This should be it about the tutorial. I hope I was helpful. I hope you understood something. If you do have any questions, you can just post a comment on this YouTube video, and I'll be glad to help you out and answer your question. Thank you for watching. This was David from Azonia PPC, and see you next time.